cultism in Delta State, which appears to be something that is going out of hand, where the youths are now killing themselves. What do you have to say?
If you go to Google, as I said in that post, and Google the dangers of cultism, my name used to be the first name. I don't know if any other name has overtaken it. I've been working on cultism for years. Now, one of the things about cultism in Delta states and in southern Nigeria in particular, a man called William Thayer, his book titled Gaining Favor with God and Man, I think it was written in 1786 or 1876. He said that the devil tempts every person, but an idle mind tempts the devil. That is, a mind that has nothing to do tempts devil, but devil tempts every person. In the Niger Delta, our leadership have been extremely wicked, extremely kleptomaniacal, such that the average young man who is unemployed, who has finished university, even if he comes from a wealthy home and he doesn't have any tangible thing to engage in, sees cultism as a means of asserting his manliness. Number two, in the Niger Delta in particular, because of our multi-ethnic nature, there has been fights in between us over times. So violence is seen as a way of settling scores, and belonging to a cult group gives you that privilege and protection to be able to avenge and prevent intimidation. And so, there's something called the Dutch disease. Any place where there are mineral resources, like as when Shell discovered oil in Holland, in the North Atlantic, they left every other thing that was of economic benefit and concentrated on oil. So the control of resources, the control of power, the control of authority, the control of whatever is such that the oligarchy that had raped and stolen some of these resources recruit these young men to be their foot soldiers. And so these young men have this impunity in their minds that they can do anything and go away. And when you arrest them, these individuals will come and bail them. So the cultism in the Niger Delta, from Calabar, I used to go to the New Arts Theater to talk about cultism, down to Delta State here, is as a result of lack of proper focusing of the minds of our youths to the challenges facing them and the opportunities available to them.
Wow. Honestly,
and then, let me quickly say this. We have festivals. The festivals are festivals here, from the Agbasa Juju to most of the festivals we have here. They depict violence. I was passing near a shrine. It is gone that they shot at somebody and it didn't pierce the person. And the painting of a machete that was used to hit somebody and it didn't injure the person, that was painted on the wall. So there is this depiction of violence as a way of expressing your masculinity, your strength. And we must deliberately tone this thing down and bring reason to the minds of our youth.
So what you're trying to do is, are you saying that there is a link between the cultism that we see, or the cult activities that we see, probably with the traditional, that is a link with the traditional practice?
It's a cultural mindset. I give you an example. I'm in Ugeli here. Ugeli is brother to Ogo. Mm-hmm. If you read the history of Ogowa children, Ogo dug pits. Ugeli people went there, sat on the mat that was on top of the pit, and they killed them. Ugeli retaliated by attacking Ogo during the raids and killed them. So there's been a conflict, Alaja and Ogbijo. until recently that some people did a peace conference. It is kill me, I kill you. Kill me, I kill you all over the place. We don't settle issues with dialogue. We don't settle with, in fact, let me quickly say this. If you see Northerners live in a place, Amausa, if they have crisis, there is a settlement system, not the Boko Haram people I'm talking now, in the traditional Northern system in Nigeria. They have a process of settling issues and disputes among themselves that they don't go to the police station much.
Yeah, I think that is traditional, even within the Igbo society, because in most markets that you have today, you see a customer buys something, goes away. If that customer wants to make trouble, even if police comes there without you informing the market union, or the association, the police cannot even arrest, even if the person has sold something fake. So you must go through that process. I think there is this dispute resolving mechanism already inbuilt in most of the traditional Igbo society, or rather in most of the African society. But however, my question to cultism relates to, when I look at the video you make, and I've seen a couple of videos actually since the last 2 weeks, especially in Benin City.
Yes.
So it appears the hotspot now is Benin City and Edo and Benin City. So is there anything, why the two states? Why? Do they have any peculiar issue that?
Number one, we are not a homogeneous ethnic environment.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to Aba, most likely, predominantly, you will see Igbos.
True.
Our environment, Warri, Ughelli, Sapele, Benin City, is an amalgam of all tribes. In that Benin there, you think that all of them are Edo. But granted, you will see Isha, Igbanke, you will see this and see that, you will see Igbos. You will see somebody born in Warri who is an Igbo thinking that he will accept that he's a Wafi man. So this amalgam of different ethnic nationalities, at the same time, polygamy, high divorce rates, children left alone with mothers, and the failure of the father figure. And then there is this attempt to leave children with wives and they are just their mothers, and then the man is there. And even the polygamy breeds the survival of the fittest, the contention, the dispute. You now see it manifest as cultism, as an extension of a monster that was already growing in the mind. So we have very negative influences in these our communities in Edo State and Delta State in particular. If you just go beyond us, you go to River State, you also have it there. You go to Cross River State, Calabar is known for cultism a great deal. So these multi-ethnic and very dynamic and volatile environments predisposes the individuals to cultism.
Oh, okay.
And then let me also quickly say this. The models that we have in the Niger Delta do not reside with us. I give you an example. And Wole Soyinka introduced pirate confraternity with his friends. If a Yoruba boy looks at Wole Soyinka, he sees a Nobel laureate. He will see, even I don't know of the other people, he will see Rotimi Williams. He will see different kinds of models. The models in the East, Chinua Achebe, whatever, I'm not saying that there is no cultism in those areas, but you have the tendency for a young man. It was Mbadiwe and Azikiwe that were given as models by my father for me to learn how to be an orator and a public speaker. So our own models live in Lagos and London. And so the models some of us see here are models that have reached the levels they are in, from violence, from thuggery, from rigging elections, from nothing they happen mentality, impunity, disrespect for rules and societal values. So what we are doing is to create new models for them. It's for people to, you see, when you want to crystallize crystals from a solution, you drop a crystal there. I'm in the Niger Delta, not because I don't have the opportunities to stay in any country. I want to raise a new generation. So we go to secondary schools to talk about the dangers of cultism. We go to universities and all that. Let me quickly say this. The churches in this country, particularly in the Niger Delta, have failed woefully in addressing the issue of cultism. You can see that post I made from my car in one place, as at the last time, is more than 6,000 views. In another, it's close to 3,000 views from all over the world. I'm just one pastor. If all the big pastors in my state come out and vehemently speak about cultism, the danger, the evil, the offensive and repugnant nature of cultism, I think that these large crowds that attend our church services, they are listening to us on radio, we will have a leeway in changing the mindset of our people. The church has failed in that aspect. And then our traditional rulers, they know these boys. They know these boys. Call them to the palace. Call elders. Call the DPO. Call the DSS. Tell them, we want peace now. If not, we will come after you. There will be peace.